We had a problem in the hallway bathroom of our rented condo with the towel rack. And really the problem was that the previous tenant, or the landlord, put the hooks in, but not in studs. They just screwed them into the drywall. See, the only stud for this area of the bathroom was right in the middle. And so this caused a lot of problems with weighted towels on top. So we wanted to take a design pattern that we had from our French cleat coat hooks, and not the actual cleat in the back, but just the beveled cuts on all four sides. So I had some spare plywood around the shop and wanted to use that for our solution here. So I pulled out the table saw, got it all set up with the shop vac and got it all plugged in, set the table saw to 7 inches, and then I went ahead and ripped that plywood down to 7 inches. After having the width cut, I turned my table saw blade to 45 degrees to get the beveled edge, and I just ran the board through the table saw in order to get that beveled edge on either side. Turn it around and cut the other side as well. After doing that on the 2 long pieces, I needed to go ahead and use my crosscut sled to cut the beveled edges on either side. And this would give me 4 nice clean 45-degree angles on either side, which is what the aesthetic that we were looking for was. So after taking those cuts down, I went ahead and used my orbital sander to kind of give it a quick sand with 220 grit sandpaper and to kind of sand off some of the burnt marks. I was operating really quickly on this project, so I used a brush instead of a rag to apply this stain. If I were to do it again, I would use the brush, I would use a rag, so I wouldn't have the brush marks. Then I went ahead and added a couple of coats of polyurethane just to protect the wood, because it is going to be in a bathroom and the towels will be wet. So I want this to last for a long time. So after applying that, I had the towel rack and I measured it such that it would be an equal distance from the top. Then I went ahead and screwed the previous hooks that were on the wall into this board. I did that on both sides of this particular board, and then I went back and found the stud in the center of the wall. And then I affixed the board to that stud. You can see on the far right there, I cut the board a little bit too short, and so you can see the previous area that's not so clean, but that's okay. Overall, this was a great project, and we're really happy with the result.